very true, is that you have to think about what you've exhibited before, right? And who's going to be seeing the pieces now. Because if you show it in one place and nothing got sold, and you're going to show it at a place where the same type of people are going to go, then maybe you need to try something a little bit differently. All right? Okay.
That's all. All right.
Next. Tamika, I saw you working on this, so talk to me a little bit about, you know.
Okay. Well, what I want to do with, I'm either going to do 2 or 3 pieces. And the theme with me, myself, and I kind of inspired me to go back to what I do with solitary activities. So like my yoga, also do like hula hooping and all that stuff. So
You gonna bring a hula hoop?
No. I doubt that seriously. No, that would be funny.
If I brought a hula hoop, would you hula?
Hula hoops are so beautiful.
I know they are.
Okay.
So you won't make me do it by myself, huh? Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
This is an interactive art exhibit, you know? The people just don't have to stand there.
We'll see.
You can get them involved in different ways,
Pretty high
right?
ceilings too. We'll see. But anyway, so the artwork will probably have something to do with meditation and solitude activities.
So you probably don't want to put Tamika next to Jason
Why?
because of the music.
Solitude.
Well, it's represented in the piece though.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the actual artwork, my stuff is usually pretty colorful,
Okay.
and there's usually a lot of movement. So it'll be fun.
Jason is the DJ for the night,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so it's the music is not just for his pieces; it's for the whole
Right.
show.
Right. But as you get closer to Jason, it gets louder.
I got you.
That's all I'm
You know,
saying.
there's some speakers over there, some speakers right there,
Yeah.
right there's gonna be.
Okay. Very cool. One last person. Okay, Paul.
Okay, just thinking about this. I'll just talk about the layout first. To fit into the me, myself, and I theme, what I want to do is have like a grid-like design, kind of have some negative space in the center where I can stand, where my art will be above me, the big pieces, and I have some postcards on each side of me, and like maybe 1 or 2 prints on each side of me. So like, this is me, this is life forever, and these are my artworks, and I can just stand there and speak if I need to.
And you're the center.
Yes. And
So
pieces.
this is performance art.
We'll see.
Well, does it have the same intention if you're not there in the middle?
I don't know. Maybe I just gotta think about it. About this red light. This is the best thing that popped in my mind the past half hour. But
This is the bathroom.
And you know what I love hearing is this part that each of you has so far said, how can you interact with the people who are viewing your art? I mean, every single one of you have talked about that. You know, Paul has literally put himself in it, right?
my logo there when I'm not standing out.
Which is, you know, could be a great strategy, but then you have to think about, well, what happens when you're not, right? If you become part of the art itself, what happens when you're not there? Does the message of the art change? Will people understand it? So that's why we're here, you know, thinking about layout, thinking about how this is going to look, because even that becomes representative of you, right?
You're thinking either a negative space doorway, or maybe just a pyramid like up top, 1 or 2 kind of thing. But either way, the pieces I'm most likely going to feature are some old works, at least 3 works, something of this old collection I made back in college. It was a collection made with textures, and one of my favorite ones, I wish I had it with me, is I combined the textures of a normal CD and actually just dimes, and I added a lot of film grain, some effects in Photoshop, some film grain, and really gives the illusion that the dimes are falling, and it also has a Roaring 20s kind of feel to it. That was called About Falling Dimes, and I also have 2 other ones that accompany it. And as far as the postcards I would feature would be most of my current works, like some artwork that's based off of my books, as well as I'm not going to say some future works, just really some abstract, just really some characters that I just need to get out of my head and just at least have some preliminary artwork for that. So I'm going to show that. It's like they're not part of anything yet, but hey.
Okay, let me also caution people. I have backups in mind that if the pieces that you bring, you can't hang everything, right? Let's just say everybody brought some amazing pieces. Keep in mind that you might have to make some decisions on that day of hanging, where you're going to have to say, okay, I can do this, I can't do this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I want you to think about that too. Okay.
So most of my prints will be like that's space.
So, now, I want you to take out a piece of paper. I want you to write, who would you like to see your art?
It's all this homework, man.
Now we can go.
Hey, we're working in class. This is a workshop today. No, but and I want you to think of it in this way, okay? First of all, who's here in Atlanta? Who's in the area that you think that you would like them to come and see your art, okay? It could be family. It could be friends. It could be a gallery owner. It could be somebody that you've been talking to for a while, okay? Put their name down. Who are they? Make that list of people. Now, because they're local, there isn't a cost for the art exhibit, right?
To
just come and see it?
come in, yeah, it's $15.
$15. Okay, so it's $15.
The artists don't pay. These artists in here don't pay.
The artists don't pay, but just for the art exhibit.
Wait, you mean for guests to come at $15?
Yeah, something like that. I had to check the
Is it on the
Eventbrite. It's 15? Yeah, just for that night. Did you? It's on doesn't say on the flyer, huh? I missed that.
No.
Dang it. I'll think about that.
Think about that, because
We're gonna have a sponsor for the wine, so we may have some wine.
You should do donations for drinks and no admission.
Okay.
My suggestion. Because I wouldn't want, you don't want to tell people, you don't want to keep people from coming.
Right.
Because they have to pay. But once they get in, people are usually more than willing to pay $3 or $4 or $5
for a glass of wine, that's true.
Okay.
You get $15 off our pieces. Boom.
But they might not be buying that night.
Then they're out $15.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so when Dan sends you an email, he'll let you know what's going to happen about that. But hopefully the price will be $0, because the next thing you want to do is then invite the people on your list. I mean, how many times do we say, oh, I would have loved this person to have seen my art, and you have a show, and then you just don't invite them. And, there's a whole bunch of excuses, right? I don't have their contact, I don't have their address, I don't have this, I don't have that. Well, part of your homework is get those people here. If you have a list of 20 people and you can at least get one person that you never thought was going to be here, that's a step. Right?
So we're gonna invite these people?
Huh?
We're gonna invite these people?
Yeah.
They may not take time.
I know.
He popped in my head.
Well, we all need to get
We need to get him. All right.
Go down the stairs, you need to be at like 10.
Let's get a limo service at the spot.
I bet you we
Okay.
know him already.
I've got a friend that works at CNN.
Now, as funny, you guys are laughing, right? But I know a group of women who wanted to get Ted's ex-wife, who is Jane Fonda, and they just sent her a letter. And guess what? She came to their event. right? So, anybody think about media as somebody you want to invite?
What's the name? Jay. What's the name you told me about? Jay.
Jay Curry. Perfect person to introduce. There you go. Invite her. Very good. Okay, but people that maybe you never had a reason to reach out to them, now you do. Hey, I'm part of this exciting new program. We are doing this exhibit. We would love for you to come be our special guest. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
Okay. Because this is an opportunity. It's not just a class assignment. It's an opportunity to showcase your work.
I'll email Creative Loafing and get it put in there.
You didn't get it into Creative Loafing yet?
I already got submitted stuff, but you can submit it too.
Yeah.
Hit people up. I do have it on the websites. That is $15 cover for the art show. The flyer is for the conference, so it doesn't have a price because it changes. As dates get closer to the conference, it goes up to the normal price. So it started at discounted price and it's going up to the normal price. But we'll work something out.
Well,
But yeah, the info's been out there on Me, Myself, and I show that it's a $15 cover.
Or you could always make it $15 cover and it gets you such and such drink ticket.
I can do that.
That'll be some lyrics, right?
We can do that.
That'll be some lyrics, okay.
Yeah. So you get two tickets, 2 drink tickets. Why not? Provide value.
Well, the artwork should be the value of it.
That's right. That's what I think. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
I get that.
okay. So you have your layout, you have who you want to invite, you have the homework that you have to invite them. Use the links, you know where the links are to this. And then last, you have to prepare for your presentation next week, in 2 weeks, right? The next class, you're going to prepare a 10-minute presentation about your business. Okay? Now, when we come back, that's literally going to be our last session. So the idea was that you would have everything done by then, right? The business plan, the artist package, your inventory, all those things. Realistically speaking, I know that that's not going to happen. Right? But I want you to really try to get as much done by next week as possible, because it's the last time that I can give you any feedback. Because then we have our exhibit. Okay? So take advantage of it, because we'll have the presentations and then we'll have our last chance to go through whatever you want me to review. And then that's it. Okay? So keep that in mind in terms of timing. Okay? Questions? Yes.
Will we have access to use those screens?
Yes.
Yes.
How does that work?
So what I'm going to do is I'm also put the word out to get some animators to show off their reels during the art show.
10 minute, you mean for the 10
Yeah, the
minute?
10
Oh,
minutes.
well, next week. Oh, not for
But
the art
I was
show.
also curious about those for the art show too.
Okay, so next week, yes, and it's available now. We just have to plug in your either HDMI, VGA on your laptop, or if you have an Apple device, then it's Apple TV. And you can show stuff on there.
And the PowerPoint to him.
Or you can send it to me and I'll plug it in. And then, but for the art show, there will be some animations playing. But
Are you getting in touch with ASIPA?
Yeah. They're the ones helping, and so then, but if you have something that you want to show during the art show, then I need it. I'll add the info when I need it so that I can put all those files together, and they can play that day during the art show.
Last thing I need from each and every single one of you is I need an email with your name exactly how you want it on your certificate. So if it's Artist 35 or if it's Justin Anderson, I need to know what you want on your certificate. Everybody needs to send me that email, okay? ASAP. And exactly how you write it to me is exactly the way it's going to come out on your certificate. So if you spell it wrong, it's coming out spelled wrong. Okay, so that's the last piece of homework that we have. Any other questions? Yes.
There's two of us. Should we put this like Acid Burn Studios Inc. as opposed to put our names in there?
It's only Miles Davis.
Okay. She didn't ask, that was actually offering.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, well, you guys, yes.
Sorry. Just to clarify, so we come in 2 weeks, of course, I want to bring my A game, and I'm looking to present our business. Obviously, we're doing two, we're probably going to do the art business versus the art material.
You got 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. But so with that 10 minutes, is there a purpose behind the business presentation just for informational purposes? Are we pretending you're a possible investor, like lender? Is there a particular goal behind the presentation, or just a basic presentation?
It's a basic presentation, right?
I just want to be clear about what the goal was behind it.
But you only have 10 minutes. I will be there. 5, 1, cut.
Just in case I can't find it, Laura, I'll get your email.
DGARTLAW. So my initials.
LAW?
Yeah, my initials, artlaw, at att.net. Okay, and you are going to send me the name exactly as you want it on the certificate. I should get it by tomorrow.
Dan, the
Okay.
man, that's how it's going to be.
Dan the man is going to be there.
My wife's going to send me the email. With my
Okay.
name.
Okay. No other questions? And you guys got a lot of work to do in the next 2 weeks. Questions, you can shoot me email. I am going to be in LA for most of next week. I won't be back until the 15th, so you're going to need some patience if I'm going to respond back, right? But I'll be back in time for our next class. Okay?
Bring back some good people.
I want to leave people there. I don't want to bring them back here, actually.
Yeah, reading and all those people.
Okay, guys, thank you. See you in a couple of weeks. Be good. Create art. Johnny Depp would be for me.